Hi there, Sassy Scrappers. How you doing? Hey, this is going to be a retake of last Thursday's Try It because my computer was not working and I had no microphone. So I did it and then nothing. So we're going to try it again. And I've made some improvements, so maybe it's a good thing too. Sorry, I haven't been around for a couple weeks. I had surgery that I didn't know I was going to have. I had some gallstones that kind of clogged stuff up when they weren't supposed to, and ended up having a scope and a additional surgery. So I was in the hospital for about 4 days, and but I'm back at it and feeling good. And so we're back to our Zooms a couple times a week. So anyway, so tonight I'm going to make this border down here, and I'm going to switch it over here so you can see it a little better. There we go. This cute little border. Isn't that cute? So like I said, I have perfected it a little bit since I did this one. I'm going to tonight use a white, it's called white shimmer. It's not real white, it's kind of creamy colored, but it is the shimmer paper. When I did this one, I just used a piece of regular white paper, and then I used my shimmer brush on it, which worked fine too, but I just think this will be a lot easier from the get-go and won't have to use my ink up in my shimmer brush. But what I did, first of all, is I am using the gingerbread punch that came with the gingerbread collection, and it is very cute. If you make cookies or anything with your kids or grandkids at Christmas time, this is going to be perfect. So I punched using the caramel cardstock a border all the way across, and then I fussy cut each one of the little gingerbread men out from that. And I just kind of rounded their little hands and feet, and they came right off, no problem. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gingerbread punch again, and I'm going to punch out of this pretty white shimmer. Now, remember when you do the punch with the shimmer and the paper, well, any paper, you're going to start on the black lines here, either one of them, doesn't matter which one, but start on the black line and make sure that you have it lined up with that black line and that you have it pushed all the way back against the tray over here. That and punch. The shimmer is pretty easy to punch. It's a little bit thinner paper, so you just have to kind of be careful. Then make sure that you get everything lined up over on this side and pull it over. Line it up each time. And then you'll come up like that. Okay. We're not going to use any of this punch poop, so I'm going to just scoop it over here for right now, and I'll throw it away a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to take my trimmer, and I'm going to cut that off. And I have already cut a piece of 2.5-inch cardstock for my base. So I don't want this to be that long. So I'm thinking maybe if I go 2 inches to the top of the top of that, maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'll go 2.25. So 2.25 to the top of the houses. I can always trim it down a little bit more if I really want to. We got that pretty shimmer. That is really nice to do that with the shimmer. And then I'm going to take all my little gingerbread men, and I'm just going to kind of match them up here. Oh, now this is the very last one, and he kind of has a stub on the end. So I'm going to match him up with this one on the very end to have a little stub. So we're just going to match those up. Ones that are on there like that, okay? Looks good. Ah, where's my blue mat? My blue mat went. I'm just going to put some repo on the back of those and line them up as close as I can and attach those. I know what I can use though. I keep my craft mat in between my two 13 by 13 mats when I'm not using it. And then I can just pull it out and I'll use it right here. That works the same way as my blue silicone. No problem there. I take my glasses off for one thing and put them back on for another thing. I think I need them on again, but we'll get close. Stick them on. See a little better. We're just going to line those up the best that we can. It's pretty good. If they're not perfect, you just have a little shadow look to it. So today is Super Sassy Sunday. And this is November, I think, 2nd. And tomorrow starts the Black Friday specials. There's some pretty good ones. Okay, so there we have our little gingerbread houses and our gingerbread man. Now, the next part is the fun part. We are going to take some tools that we don't use a whole lot. We're going to use our dot pins. I don't know about you, but I tend not to use them very often. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our dot pins and we're going to take the dot in and we are just going to dot some dots around. Okay. Wherever, just okay. So I did it with the red first. Now I'm going to do some green because we always have Christmas lights on our houses, don't we? So we need some lights on our gingerbread houses here. And you can make different sizes of dots by the amount of time that you hold your pen down on the paper. Smaller ones are quicker. And then if you want to hold it down there longer, it makes bigger ones. Isn't that cute? Can you see that? It's so cute. Okay, so now we're going to take our red piece of cardstock. And like I said, it's 2.5 inches. And I'm just going to adhere this onto that. Put a little bit on the back here. Flip it over. I'm just going to put it up maybe 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. My cardstock's just a little bit longer than my shimmer paper. And I can always trim that off later. And then we're going to make some snowflakes. So I took my silver dot pen and just made some stuff. Well, is that what I used? I don't think maybe that isn't what I used. What did I end up using? Maybe I used my jelly roll pen. Oh, here it is. I was thinking I used, no, this isn't what I used either. I don't know what I used. But the jelly roll pen works. You just put some little dots around, make it look like it's snowing. You know what I could do with that other pen I had out there? I think it was the gray dot pen. I could make it look like there's smoke coming out of the chimney. That'd be cute too. I just keep thinking of more different things. So let's see if that'll work. I don't know, the big ends. Kind of. And then you could take one of the border strips or whatever out of the collection and just put another little border strip down here, which would really be cute too. Okay, so there is our gingerbread border. See that? And it does have some sparkly, but if you want more sparkly, you can always take one of the shimmer pins and go over it some more or go over your little gingerbread men or something like that to make a cute little border. Now I've got two of them here, but they're not going to be the same because I made them differently, but they're pretty close. I wanted to put them in a couple pages. So lots of fun getting ready for that holiday season. And don't forget, if you need to get in on the Black Friday special, which starts tomorrow, let me know. I'd be happy to order for you. And that will save you some shipping. So hopefully you have a great evening and stay sassy. Bye bye.